Minorities, a scapegoat to heaven. The first thing I needed to do was to figure out what a scapegoat was. I've always used the term, but I didn't quite know the definition. And so I looked that up on dictionary.com, and it's a person who is blamed for the wrongdoing, mistakes, or faults of others, especially for reasons of exigency. Or in the Bible, it was a goat sent into the wilderness after the Jewish chief priest had symbolically laid the sins of the people upon it. So I wanted to start by looking at the religions in Pakistan. So I looked at all the religions they had, threw them into an Excel sheet and made a pie chart just so it could be visually represented. And so we have Islam, the state religion, Hinduism, Christianity, Ahmadiyya, and others. And the others is very small. I was researching them, and the Pew Research Center put Pakistan in the top 5 most hostile nations. And this is because of their anti-blasphemy statutes. And this anti-blasphemy statutes allows them to give people a life sentence in jail or to give them the death sentence for not believing what they wanted to, or allows them to make up a law to put them to death. And this has happened to over 1,800 people of different faiths. And the Pew is a nonpartisan fact tank that informs the public about the issues, attitudes, and trends shaping the world. And so those who are not of the Islam faith receive daily reminders that they are not. There are discriminative laws allowing them to not go places, to not purchase things in certain stores, and they are not treated fairly. There are things they call forced conversions, where they are kidnapped and told they'll be put to death if they don't convert, or they'll have snipers hiding that say they'll kill people if they don't convert. And even the school textbooks teach that if you're not Islam, you're not as good as the other people. And they have unequal employment opportunities. They don't have the same ability to receive jobs, and they're discriminated in this sense too. And there's a lot of killings because they're not of the Islam faith, and mostly focused on Christian killings. And one thing I struggled with, I was trying to research and figure out what it meant by how are minorities scapegoats to heaven. And as I was reading, I finally figured it out. It took me a little while and a lot of research, but I realized that they are scapegoats because they have people who do suicide bombings. They will strap bombs to themselves and go into a church and kill them. And so the nation accuses the minorities of holding them back and allowing them not to reach their full potential. And so these individuals may feel like they aren't living life to the fullest, and so they will strap a bomb to their chest, they will run in, and they will kill these people. And by killing these people, they are able to so-called get to heaven. And so by killing the minorities, they get to heaven, and they use the minorities as a scapegoat to take on their sins, as we learned earlier from the Bible. And I was thinking about this, and one other thing I thought was interesting is that the religions all fight each other. There's not very much unity in them, and we've been taught in our church that we need to support every religion because we need to keep the freedom of religion in our lives, otherwise it will go away and we will lose it. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them on the discussion board. Thank you.